Ugh, I am fucking happy UQ Holder is back, baby. Of course, I've not read Negima. I need to read Negima, Volume 1. But Yuki Holder, I've been waiting months. I mean, I know we have the anime series coming up. Everybody's going to finally realize how badass this series is. Because UQ Holder is the shit, man. It is awesome. And 129, chapter 129, we're back, baby. And last time we saw Touta be transported into seeing what his grandfather has been through and seeing what his great grandfather has been through. Great moments. I didn't know all the characters. I read wiki mostly about Negima and his trials and tribulations throughout his series, but we did see some familiar faces that Touta knew, and then we saw some not so familiar faces that was big in Negima's life and in the manga. So, and then of course we saw Yukihime. We saw her interaction with Nagi, Nagi. We saw her fall in love with Nagi and always fight him, but then she was cast to the academy for 15 years, and then she met Nagi, his son, and Nagi and her forming this relationship were master and student. But of course, Nagi was a prodigy, and he was actually the teacher of Yukihime. And man, just this chapter, 60 pages, pure awesome. Loved every minute of it, especially with Touta seeing how his grandfather was and how happy he was seeing his. He's like, man, that should have been like. It just seems like it should go on forever. Like that kind of just look how happy he is. But then we see this guy come in, and he actually was the forger of the sword that Touta has. I think he's the forger of the sword that Touta has. And he's cunning. You can't really trust this guy. He comes in, he's like, I'm the voice that was narrating for you. And Tota's like, oh, don't sneak up on me, bitch. So that was pretty funny. It was pretty funny too to see Negi sneezing, and we see all the girls just like clothes fly off and stuff. So Negi was a ladies' man, all right? Negi was the ladies' man, and of course Yukihime, she loved him. She started to grow and actually fall in love with Negi, even though she was in love with Nagi before, but now she's falling in love with Negi. And then she started teaching Negi. She started training Negi. She was the master and he was the student. And after a while it turned into love, and she actually even kissed Negi. So it was crazy how the guy showed Touta, like, do you want to see when Yukihime fell in love with Negi? And Negi saved her just like Nagi saved her from falling. And then she asked, why did you save me? And Negi goes, because you're my student. And then that's when she started teaching him and stuff. And then she kissed him at one point by giving him some advice. And the guy that has been narrating and been talking to Touta is like, oh, how does that make you feel? He's Tota's like, oh, as long as she's happy. That's like the most genuine smile I've ever seen Yukihime do. And I'm just happy that you showed me her smile. I mean, and that guy knew. He's like, oh, how do you really feel? And then we see fucking Yukihime look at Touta and like, Touta kono, what are you doing here? And Tota's like, whoa, I thought I was just butt ass naked, and you could just like a flashback or something. How can you see me? And then Yukihime gets captured by this new enemy who is actually an old lady. I thought it was a dude named Aldo. I'm going to call her Aldo for now. And she just like spears Touta, and Tota's looking at the other guy like, you son of a bitch, and looking at this old lady like, you son of a, well, you are a bitch. And then she gets speared. Yukihime gets speared. He's like grasping and reaching towards Yukihime, grabs her, has her in his arms, and says, that's it. What are you to say that Yukihime can't live, or this and that she has no life? I'm going after your ass. I'm finishing this. So this, I mean, ever since I read this manga in the very beginning, I always felt like there was like a little connection between Touta and Yukihime. Of course, I didn't say a real romance because I didn't know about Yukihime's character. I didn't know she was actually, well, she's definitely older than Touta. I mean, but Touta's older as well because years have gone by since the time stopped at one chapter. So, I mean, but I'm really, really loving this relationship between Touta and Yukihime. And come on, it is so obvious that Yukihime and Touta are going to get together. It's so obvious because Yukihime, she has seen everything that she's done with Nagi and Negi. Technically, she fell in love with her first love is Touta. Touta was her first love. It wasn't Nagi, because Touta met her when she was being trained and stuff, and then when she was known as Kitty. So, oh man, it's just very, very just amazing stuff. Love what's going on here. I love where Touta is right now and what's going to happen. I mean, this is just, I believe, an illusion. I don't think this is going to be, this doesn't settle anything. I think the Yukihime that we see is not the present Yukihime. It was kind of crazy how she says Touta, but I don't know how that's going to go. I really love the background story. Even with the newcomer like me, I definitely understood how Negi was back in the day. That's really, really cool to see how it's like being in Tota's eyes and seeing how his grandfather used to be and like smiling about that, because there was some funny stuff. That definitely was like a Tenchi Muyo type scenario right there. Absolutely awesome chapter. Yukio Holder, if you have not read this, you need to read it. I know Negima is the first step. I haven't gone through the Negima, the first step yet, because I haven't found volume 1 yet, but my God, Yukio Holder, I think anybody can really get into it. Great characters, great story, and it's a great romance story as well between Touta and Yukihime, even though Yukihime kind of was definitely raising him at that point in the very beginning, but just great stuff. You'll understand that relationship when you see more of those chapters and see where Touta has gone, and he actually he's been all around. And Negima fans who read Negima are probably saying, holy shit, man, Touta has been around Yukihime's life. Of course, they don't tell you that in Negima, because I think Yukihime keeps it close to the heart, but great stuff, man. Just absolutely great stuff. Go read it. Go check it out. It is one of the best manga out there, I guarantee you. Some chapters were a little bit, just when are they going to have some action, some fights and stuff. Can't wait for the next chapter. I'm Danny Mankidan's son. Subscribe, like. What are you doing? Go read the chapter.